Welcome to Austin, Texas. As the sun begins to set, we are getting ready for Game 2 of the best of 3 Super Regionals as Texas gets ready to take on Clemson. The Tigers were able to win last night. Maddie Moore and company just one victory away from their first Women's College World Series appearance. We welcome you to the 2025 NCAA Softball Super Regionals presented by Capital One. The decisions, a lot of them going to McCubbin out of the pen. And a great way to start for Maloney.
So important to set the tone early.
Be able to play at a high level in college, if at all. Basinger grabs it, no way that they're going to get Henry, but that's a good and heady play right by the pitcher to know exactly to go to second base right away.
So important.
1-1 with Henry over at first. That is sent into left field, but tracked nicely by Johnson for the second out. Clemson 12-0 in night games this season.
Yeah, the night games have bode well for them here at home. Adjusted to playing under the lights.
Reese Atwood did not get a hit yesterday. Swings at the first pitch at this at bat, and it is grabbed. Basinger only had to throw 11. Handled by Leanne Good at shortstop. Yes, Good starting at shortstop tonight after Katie Stewart had some hiccups. Move her glove quite a bit. And Atwood is an excellent catcher. That's a pop-up into short right field. Bennett playing at second tonight, went back on it nicely for the second out.
And everybody talks about those blue pits that have been kind of the Achilles.
And the team in all orange tonight is Clemson, but it's definitely not burnt. Over the glove of Good at shortstop, so a two-out single for Noller.
Has been used more in the DP role because of how well she's swinging it.
Little backhand flip over there. Confident play by Salmon to end the inning. In her second year in Austin, had a double yesterday. And she gets hit. Her second straight inning that Basinger has put the lead runner on. But Stewart more than capable. Pops it up. Rock and Bro. Right by Bevo's horn. I was going to say antler, but it's... So Good steps in and she hammers it. Leon Good with the two-run home run puts Texas on top. Win, got on top with this.
Here's what happened, Leanne Good. She's good. Ball went far over that 10-foot wall out there and left. That's the scoring here tonight. 2-0 advantage for Texas.
Good. Moving one slot up in the order tonight from Winthrop. Ahead of Quiroga, 0-2, who is in the DP slot tonight.
Texas has struggled to find that deep
Super Regional game. They had been 0-4 in games in their previous 2 Super Regional appearances. And making a little bit of history. That's down the left field line in foul territory, chased down by Kylie Johnson for the final out. Tegan Kavan taking the loss last night. Vieira, that's a nubber. And she is able to beat it out. Maloney quickly comes up to get it, so a leadoff runner on here in the second. It's hit to the left side. Bennett retires Collins as Vieira gets down to second. One away.
shortstop last night.
Sent into right field. Maloney closes and then throws a dart to Good at short. 2 away.
Get back and get back through that swing. You need to make sure that the speed has velocity. Look at that giddy up on that rise ball. Up, strike, swinging through. Salmon.
The lead by Brooke McCubbin. Just 2 pitchers have been used by the Tigers during that time, and they've won every game. Shortstop, the freshman Collins, embraces Maloney to start the 3rd.
So important to be aggressive moving forward through a ground ball.
2-2 pitch. Just flares it out into right, playing shallow and then making the diving catch. Taylor Pipkins to Rob Henry. Charged by Moore, who's an excellent second baseman, has to throw in a hurry, and that's the first 1-2-3 inning for Basinger. 2-0 Texas.
Athlete and being able to be a professional athlete and not worry about the rest.
This is Brockenbrough getting things started. Mia Scott throws her out to start the 3rd inning.
Well, and I think the unique part about it, Kat, is
Key, but no, I definitely get into it, and some of my former players from travel ball obviously hear my voice on occasion.
Yeah, I would imagine. Alex Brown gonna go into second. Kat, thank you very much. You know they're averaging 7.5 runs per game. If only they averaged that when you were pitching.
Right, I think we were about 6 runs short of that one.
Yeah, I remember calling a lot of 1-0 and 2-1
Yes,
games. But
ma'am.
you're the AUSL, ESPN's networks will be covering them. Big opportunity for Moore with their team down 2-1, and Maddie Moore skies one that goes over the American flag and ties up the game.
who else would be able to hit a ball like that in the postseason? And it's already come back over the wall. The Texas Longhorn fans don't want to see a Clemson Tiger home run out there and left. But Pam, that ball was blistered.
And she got under it a little bit too. I mean, that was a moonshot.
That ball was a no-doubter. She even gave a little bat flip coming off of it. No need to hurry out of the box. She leads the team in home runs. Adds to it, number 17. A chance to clutch, reload, and get through the ball.
Stopped by Salmon, very calmly picks it up to throw out Noller for the second out. But it finally got their first Super Regional game win yesterday. That's into shallow left where it's handled by Good, but Maddie Moore with the 2-run blast ties it up.
Occasionally walk her at one point in the game, knowing the kind of power that she has at the plate. Worked out for them. They got out of that jam.
That one also goes towards the wall, and this time she just clears it. Didn't go nearly as far, but it was effective. Atwood with the homer. Texas jumps back on top.
Big home run blast for Reese Atwood, the junior for Texas. And how do you throw a pitch that good to Reese Atwood? Home run number 21 on the year. You mentioned it didn't get out by much, Pam, but it doesn't have to. Over that 10-foot wall, Texas again on top.
Home run number 21 for...
But we're grateful that it happened when it did. It taught us lessons on how we need to show up every single day, or we're going to go home early.
Collins just nipped Mitchell for the first out.
With those miscues at short, and just could not get rolling at the plate.
And after a great regional, 7 hits, 2 home runs, 2 doubles, but she's still looking for her first hit this weekend. Handled by Collins.
It's almost like they're in a home run chase.
Right up the middle, solid single for Good. She's 2 for 2.
And I think this is a situation where
Season. Another single, back-to-back singles with 2 outs. Brockenbrough charged quickly to hold Good at second.
been in the everyday rotation. With that, they're trying to hide her as long as possible and try to get out of this inning at the bottom of the lineup.
Chance for Moore, and she tags out Quiroga to end it. But Reese Atwood, who
3, so keeping her out of the circle tonight would probably be very important.
Vieira right through the middle. One pitch, and Abby's got her second single of the night off Salmon. Tiger batter tonight. And she lost her after starting off 0-2. The first two are on here.
A lot of good, deep replacements defensively.
Pipkins, and that's grabbed beautifully by Good, who got the start at short tonight.
And in talking with Coach White, plate has struggled this season.
Inside, nope, an inside strike. Johnson goes down for the second time via the K. Gave them the lead back. And that gets through. Runner being waved home. Ariel scores. And Jamison Brockenbrough comes through.
We were told that Jamison Brockenbrough is most comfortable actually sitting on a tractor and mowing grass, but she is showing up big time here in the postseason. That's not an error by either the third baseman or the shortstop for Texas. That ball just had eyes to see its way to the grass. Brockenbrough fired up.
That means potential trouble for Texas in a game they have to win to keep their season alive, and that's a 4-pitch walk. Bases are loaded for more.
Shows that Maddie feeling pretty comfortable in the box right now.
And now she gets a 3-1 pitch. Another ball that skipped in, and Simpson walks in a run.
So much pressure in the circle right.
Full count, bases loaded, 2 away. Noller with a short pop-up into right field, grabbed by Bennett, but Clemson comes from behind again to take the lead in this game. McCubbin pitched the last 3 innings of last night's game. That is lifted towards Johnson for the first out of the 5th inning.
I've been so impressed at Washington when they started up their softball program back in the 90s.
Full count, lifted into short center, but Brockenbrough runs well, reads it, grabs it. Let's get to Matt Schick. Scott, on a full count pitch, draws the walk with 2 away.
Well, the hard part about that, yes.
Did not have a hit last night, but a home run. That's in the hole, and Collins decided to make the throw. There's a freshman mistake for you.
And took her eye off of her throw. She knew it was going to have to take a really strong throw across the diamond. Down looking, make sure that you give a competitive look at the plate. Punch this ball through the infield.
Mitchell sends it to the wall. 2 runs come around. Jolie Mitchell on a 1-2 count with a 2-run double, and Texas leads again.
So after graduation, had 2 years of eligibility, coming over here to Austin, playing for Texas, and in the biggest at bat perhaps of her career, she comes away with a huge hit, almost leaving the Yoli B. Runners at first and second, they'd maybe plate 1 run. But off the wall, it rebounds off of Johnson, which doesn't give the kick back to Brockenbrough, who was ready through the rest of her career. That was something that she needs to learn from and not do again.
Big cut for Stewart on a 1-2 pitch. She is struck out, but what an inning.
Make another pitching change as Simpson struggled to just find the zone.
And that one is taken for a ride, and Clemson ties it up with another home run. Cintron leading off the 5th.
The demeanor of Cintron in the box is one that I love in a freshman. She is so competitive. plays for the Puerto Rican national team, and that's why. The kind of bat that she swings has a ton of power. That ball on the outside part of the plate, ton of backspin. Got behind it, used her legs, drove it out of the yard. 14th home run of the year for Cintron. Only able to pull out a win against Ohio State, but since that time went on a 15-game win streak.
And how about almost back-to-back jacks off the top of the wall? Collins with the long double. Gutierrez leaves, gave up a couple of hits, a home run and a double. Scott with the good look over to second to freeze Collins, and throws over for the second out of the inning. One-two to Johnson. Got her. Kavon does her job. Ground out and a strikeout. Collins stranded at second. That went a long way, that was barely foul, but then she hit a home run in her later in that at bat. Safe. Good. Beat out the Alex Brown throw to start off the sixth. A game 3. Team that has been to the World Series 2 of the last 3 years, trying to go back-to-back. McCubbin sets down Quiroga for the first out of the 6th.
And that's what makes McCubbin so...
Right back to McCubbin, throws over to short, and Collins just got her foot on the bag. Looks like she couldn't find it at first.
It's really hard on those...
Kept good away from the bag. Tough play again. Brown, safe. As Maloney slid into first.
2 RBI tonight, has not been able to get a hit.
1-2, and McCubbin comes up with a couple of big strikeouts. A couple of infield singles.
You were there, Pam. It was in the 40s and rainy, but she rescued 2 plants and brought them back to Clemson.
Teammate says she loves her some plants. Kavon has to hurry and does. Brockenbrough retired to start the 6th.
In a friendly way.
Yes, for now. Brown, little chopper. But Bennett throws over. Second out.
No, not a swing.
Watch strike 3 go by. Tegan Kavon has been perfect since she came in the last inning. Texas coming up in a tie game. Texas has to win to force that game 3 tomorrow night. That one is sent into left field, but playable for Johnson. The fans get up, sit down. Nation, that was 84 coming into tonight. She's got another one, so make it 85. And she draws the walk with 1 away in the 7th. Pitchers are always, or should be careful with her.
I'm not.
Mitchell got underneath it. Collins retreats to the outfield grass for the second out.
Left fielder, Katie Stewart.
62nd pitch. Play by Brown, throws across, brilliantly done by Alex Brown to end the inning, stranding Atwood. That's lifted into left field. Off the wall, Noller trying to get a double, and she is thrown out. Katie Stewart with the throw. The shortstop moved over to left field in this game. Makes the throw to get Stewart, or to get Noller, who's staying on second base.
We have a challenge from Clemson. Play at second, team challenge. This play is under review.
I think what they're looking at is if there is obstruction going on at second base. She is tagged out, but is the leading edge of the bag.
Be upheld.
The call on the field is upheld.
A single for Nola.
The year.
2-2 pitch on the way from Kavon. Got her.
The thing that makes that drop ball so effective, I think that conversation was just trying to help Kavon understand how to attack this hitter.
Scott throws out Vieira, and we are going to extra innings. Roga, he did have a single earlier. That's lifted up in the air, and Brockenbrough running like she's in bare feet. Grabs it.
Flowers in her hair, feeling comfy in the clubhouse.
Circle since the ACC tournament started for the Tigers. You could hear the call from Kylie Johnson from here, saying mine, mine, mine. Katie Bennett playing left field, or yesterday, is second baseman today, and that sent Brockenbrough back all the way to the track. 1-2-3 inning, Clemson coming up in the bottom of the inning. One hit by Noller, and she was erased at second on that throw we just showed you from Stewart. And that's a base hit off the glove of Bennett by Collins, who took the first pitch. That's in the gap, and it falls, but Collins had to hold up a little bit. Nobody on, or nobody out, and 2 on. That got away from Atwood, and now there are runners on third and second.
The last strikeout, though, was off of Kavon.
And she rings her up. Fourth time. Hit right to the shortstop. Good for the second out. Kavon, can she get out of it? Yes, she can. 2 singles to start things off for the Tigers. Strikeout, line out, ground out. The Coven has thrown 10 more pitches than Reese Basinger, the departed starter, did tonight. Up in the air, easy one for Collins, first out of the 9th. Has certainly started plenty of games for Clemson over the year. Another chance for Collins, 2 outs.
Third baseman, Mia Scott.
Coven with 18 starts on the year. Scott into center field. Brockenbrough can't come up with it. Scott going all the way to third, where she will be when Atwood hits.
Johnson went left, Taylor Pipkins went right while the ball was going right up the gut. And as it ricochets off the wall, it's up to Brockenbrough to be able to go and get that ball that continued to go away from her after falling down. It's an easy stand-up trip
tonight. And it's the only play to make.
Makes sense to me. You don't want Atwood to beat you with 2 outs. Why would you give the chance for the biggest hitter in the lineup to win?
Pitch to Mitchell. Low, and Wallace takes off, uncontested, takes second.
And what that
Shot at third, Wallace at second. 2 outs, that's into left field. Playable for Johnson. Texas strands 2 more runners. And we go to the bottom of the ninth. Clemson
Just put a charge in it, get it over the wall. But great discipline by Moore. Holds up.
now a full count on Moore to start the ninth. Swing and a miss.
On that Kavon pitch.
Bennett, tough play. And Noller is able to get on first. Another slide into first, but she's safe.
Pitch is so hard to get on plane with a rise drop pitcher.
Tegan Kavon looking like the Tegan Kavon that we've all known.
Through the field and not be a dead pull hitter.
Hung in there, but Keegan got her anyway. Struck out the side. Minish, the pinch runner, stranded on first. Inning, so this is her 6th inning of work. In relief of Basinger, and that's a base hit. Stewart goes oppo to start the 10th.
And that just shows you how strong Katie Stewart is back there behind the plate. And finally, a healthy season for her back behind the dish.
Good. To Collins, who couldn't make a play. Pinch hit yesterday for the other DP and was 0 for 1. Fielded, a little hesitation as took a second for Moore to get over to cover first, but they get the first out.
And I like the fact that Alex Brown gave a chance for less than 2 outs.
Bennett sends it into left field. That should be deep enough. The tag by Scott, and Texas takes the lead.
Katie Stewart had a rough night last night at shortstop. Making up for it tonight by leading off the inning with that hit to right. And look at the way Simmons, the pinch hitter, moved runners into scoring position for Bennett to poke the ball to left and give Texas the 1-run lead.
In the top of the order. She's got a couple of singles tonight. And that's hit in a very good spot. What a play by Moore, but not in time, and the second run comes home. Heads up base running by Good. And it's a 2-run cushion now for the
Sign from Mike White as Leanne Good took off from second base. That ball looked like it was gonna get in the hole. Maddie Moore got it, but off to the races, Good. Sweet slide.
5th inning, and here's her 100th pitch. Fisted. Collins couldn't get it. Everybody's safe. And here comes Scott.
Another hitter jammed up, but
Lifted into left field for Johnson for the 3rd out, but Texas plates 2. Lifted into left field, Stewart plays it. 1 out. Johnson on deck. Lifted into center field. Henry is very good at catching softballs. 2 away. But Johnson draws the walk.
she'd been a free swinger on that ride.
And that gets under the glove of Bennett at second, but Henry playing shallow, backed it up quickly, held Johnson at second. In scoring position in this postseason. Good. over to third. And the game is over. Tegan Cavan coming in the 5th inning. And Texas and Clemson will play tomorrow night for a spot in the Women's College World Series. Second time in a row that the Longhorns' second straight extra inning win to force a Game 3 in the Supers. And we will be back here tomorrow night as